Hey, welcome to Codology. Otto Lilienthal, the guy who invented flying gliders, used to believe that his invention was the safest way to travel. But later he died by his own creation. Chinese alchemists of Tang dynasty were trying to find potion of immortality and accidentally they discovered gunpowder. Well, not exactly gunpowder, they discovered saltpeter, the main ingredient of gunpowder, and after experimentation, sulfur and carbon were mixed with it to make gunpowder. Anyway, the point is how ironic is this that something which was meant to be a potion of life eventually became the main ingredient of death. When an event happened opposite of what was expected is called an ironic event. Our world is full of irony like this. And it is very amusing to listen to all these ironic events which was randomly happened in our history. There are mainly three types of irony: verbal irony, situational irony, and dramatic irony. Verbal irony is when a speaker says something almost opposite of what he meant or intended. For example, someone walking out of a hurricane saying, "What a nice weather we are having." And when speaker says something ironic just to mock you, that's sarcasm. Like when your sister walks into your room and say, "Wow, what a clean room you have." Situational irony is when the outcome of a situation is opposite of what was expected. For example, a fire station caught fire, a marriage counselor files for divorce, a pilot has a fear of height. And my favorite, Charlie Chaplin once participated in Charlie Chaplin look-alike contest and lost. Dramatic irony occurs when the audience of the movie or play knows something about the character's action or event, but the character himself does not. Like in all those thriller movies where some character goes into the empty room thinking it was empty, but audience already know the killer is inside that room. It increases the suspense. Hippopotomonstrosis quipedaliophobia is a fear of long words. Although this word itself is a nightmare for all those who are suffering from it. But what kind of irony will that be if someone walks down the psychiatric hospital and say, "Hey, I have hippopotomonstrosis quipedaliophobia." You tell me in the comment section, and good luck. No, seriously, good luck for this difficult task. No irony here. Our brain is so used to finding complex and a specific solution for our day-to-day life that you might ignore a simple solution right in front of you. That's why anti-jokes are funny. Anti-jokes is a type of alternative humor where joke tellers tell something which is not funny and direct, intentionally. Take a look at these examples. What is blue and smells like red paint? Blue paint. Guess who I saw today? Everybody I looked at. Why did chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. But let's get back to irony. There are around 7.9 billion people and 8.7 million different species on the planet. But yet, we are all alone. We humans are the smartest living beings we know yet. We were smart enough to build a space flight which helped us land on moon back in 1969. Yet we weren't certain there is other planet in our whole universe other than our solar system till 1992. That's when we discovered our first exoplanet. We can predict solar eclipses centuries ahead, but we can't be certain about the direction of the wind in next hour. Because there is always be a difference between what we don't know and what we can't know. Werner Heisenberg, a German physicist, once told, "When I meet God, I'm gonna ask him two questions. Why relativity and why turbulence?" I really believe he will have the answer for the first one. That is funny way to say that there are some things in the physical universe which we will probably never completely understand. And no matter how hard we try, nobody will ever know everything. For now, we have basically everything worked out except for small stuff, big stuff, hot stuff, cold stuff, fast stuff, heavy stuff, dark stuff, turbulence and the concept of time. Ironic, isn't it? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.